Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Wednesday, 15th of October 2025. Welcome to yet another episode of Pre-Market Commentary. What a volatile day it was yesterday. While the precious metals really soared in the in the initial half an hour, especially the ETFs, and then there are a lot of profit booking, but the broader market really had a very tough time. In fact, the openings were opening highs were the highs and continued to come down till around mid session, and then there was a pullback rally. And this, despite global cues which were good the previous day, we also had macro indicators looking good in terms of inflation. Yet the market sold off. The advanced declines, for instance, declines were 2 is to 2.5 is to 1, which is huge in a market like this when there is so much of good news. But India is being singled out for punishment by FIIs on a day-to-day basis. So we have to grin and bear it. It's almost like Agni Pariksha for the bulls. Every day they come with hopes and they try to buy and then they get battered across the board. But in Agni Pariksha, you will win. I feel at the end of the day, I think bulls will win. I'm on the bullish camp. I continue to be on the bullish camp since more than a year. Now, in the US, markets opened low and there were wild swings. There were good results by the banks there. Yet the market was down for most of the time because, again, Trump has made some nasty remarks against China. Now, there was also the Fed Chair Powell's speech where he talked about stopping QT, that is quantitative tightening, and that has been one reason why liquidity is getting tighter in the US in one way because Fed is reducing its balance sheet by letting the US Treasuries run their course. So if he's going to if he's going to stop quantitative tightening, the next step will always be quantitative easing. That's the only formula these guys know. So be prepared for a huge amount of money to come into the system. Maybe a few months down the line. First, it will start with the interest rate cut, and then when the inflation numbers, whatever happens to inflation numbers, if unemployment numbers go up, which is very likely. Today, we don't have the data because US is effectively shut down as far as the government organizations are concerned. So you don't have the employment numbers, but when they come, they'll be quite nasty. And then they will promptly try to find reasons to bring in QE. This is my prediction for next 18 months. It may not happen immediately. What will happen immediately is likely to be interest rate cuts there, interest rate cuts in India, at least two here, and globally also you'll have interest rate cuts. Easy money is coming and it's coming in gushes. So that is why one should be bullish on risk assets, which includes equity. So that is another good news. Overnight has been IMF has raised India's global growth outlook, and they have increased the forecast for 26. Unfortunately, for financial year 27, they have reduced it. But who cares for 27 when we are looking at 26? So yesterday, as I said, all sectoral indices were in the red. Nothing really one could escape. PSU banks really lost heavily, and I don't know why, because of course there could be only profit booking I can think of. We bought into Canara Bank again yesterday, but we are confident of what we have bought. Realty is also realty came down. Everything. I mean, there's nothing which one can really talk about. So FIs, what did they do? 1,500 crores now, significantly higher than what they sold in the last few days. They were selling 200, 300 crores. Now it's gone to 1,500 crores. DIs overpowered them, 3,660 crores. So net net institutional investment is 2,100 crores. Yet the market was fumbling. So what are the support and resistance? Technically, 25,000 could be a very strong support. Resistance will be 25,300, and Nifty Bank should be 56,300, should be a good support, and 57,000 is a resistance. Yesterday, note that we also had a weekly expiry on the Nifty, and therefore volatility was expected. So it's par for the course. Then global equities, USA rebounded because of Fed Powell's statement, and they when the Fed chairman says they're going to stop QT, that itself means that liquidity is going to come. Europe was mixed. Asia today is very strong. US futures are very strong. And Asia, Japan, I think, has gone up about 600 plus points. Hang Seng is 250 points plus. Singapore is up. Kospi is up 60 points. So generally things are good. Commodities, first the oil. Oil has been steady at 62. Gold again hit a new high. Silver hit a new high. Silver has been very volatile as expected. We continue to hold silver and gold, and we would like to add on every decline, because I'm seeing more of panic in the market or a FOMO in the market, and nobody dare buy silver and gold at these levels because they feel it's too high. As I keep saying, when central bankers buy any precious metal, no limit. No price is too high. So only when they stop buying, then we should worry about. Right now, they seem to be in the buying mode. We are in the buying mode. We are not so concerned. Maybe some small adjustments here and there for profit booking to put in money into something else. But otherwise, we are firmly in the bullish camp, which we have been for quite some time, maybe a couple of years. The corporate, news, CCI has approved the acquisition of Jai Prakash Associates by Vedanta. So that should give Vedanta a boost. Thyrocare has come with spectacular results, have an 80% increase in profit after tax. EBITDA has increased 48%. Margins have increased. Revenue has increased. So Thyrocare should be really watched out for, and so are other diagnostic companies. Cyient DLM revenue down by 20%, but their profit has increased by 100%. I will have to check out as to why, how, and it has happened. EBITDA margins are up by about 190 basis points. Tech Mahindra was another tech company which reported yesterday. Revenue was above estimates, profit after tax below estimates, margin was in line. Nothing really to speak about as far as Tech Mahindra is concerned. So today will be another volatile day, I suspect, but market should open higher because the GIFT Nifty is indicating about 90 points higher. So we continue to buy on all declines. Like what we yesterday, we lost money, even though we bought on decline, it declined and declined, and we could not really recover our losses. But that is par for the course, because as a bull or a bear, you need to fight it out every day as an intraday trader. Some days you lose, some days you win. Your wins are greater than your losses in terms of not percentages, but in terms of value. Then we are okay. God's grace, we have been okay this year. So whatever you do today, I hope it is successful. Thank you for joining me.